Hij is een begrip in de Formule 1 en wordt door velen gezien als de ontdekker van Max Verstappen. Zijn naam Dr. Helmut Marko. Op papier is de Oostenrijker slechts adviseur bij Red Bull, maar achter de schermen is hij de man die aan de touwtjes trekt. En hij is speciaal voor dit interview naar Nederland gekomen. Hartelijk applaus voor Helmut Marko. Welcome. It's a pleasure to have you here. Thank you so much for coming. The Formula 1 is next month. Max's new car will be revealed this weekend. The fans are already going crazy. And the big question is, of course, is Max ready for the new season?
Max is ready. The car is ready. The car, I guess you want to know what the car is.
Everything.
Like. It's sexy and racy. So.
I mean, does it blow your mind, this new car? You've seen so many things.
It's an aggressive-looking car, and the data and the information we have are looking good. But, you know, on our simulator, we are the only car. So only when we have a test, we see how the others are.
That's exciting. Max, as we know, started racing at a very early age, and his father, Jos, was instrumental in that. How important was his father? Because you know his father well. How important was he for Max's career?
He was very important. I think what Max achieved, he did in a much less time than other drivers because of the performance and the experience Jos had, and also the hard way he taught Max.
The hard way, as in disciplined?
Discipline, yes.
Yeah.
And he only told him, you have to win, you have to achieve. There was no second. Second wasn't good enough.
So he cultivated the winner mentality that
Yes.
Max has. I always wonder about Max because he seems to be mature beyond his age in the sense that he can deal with this intense scrutiny and pressure. I mean, the whole world is watching him. How can a young man like him deal with that?
I had, when he was 15, a long discussion with him. Normally, I talk with a driver 20 minutes. With him, I was sitting for an hour and a half. And as you said, there was a 15-year-old boy with a maturity of a 26-year-old who came from a university or so. So, besides his racing talent, he has other interests. He knows what's going on in the world. He's not fixed with the racing alone. And that was the reason why we decided, yes, we put him in the car, in a Formula 1 car, because I was convinced he can do it.
Mm-hmm. You did take a risk when you did that, though. Did you have any doubts in your mind?
No risk, no fun. It's a
I agree
Red Bull
completely.
attitude. No, but I was convinced. There was a race on Nürburgring, it's a German street circuit, and he was a class by his own. You know, he was lapping 2-3 seconds faster than anybody else. Like maybe you saw Brazil.
Yeah.
So, and when I saw this race, I knew what we are going to do. I called next day. I'm an early bird, so maybe I did wake up Jos and said, Jos, forget all our discussions because we were dealing and wheeling and so on. What next category? I said, forget everything, we do Formula 1. So, Jos, are you here? Because I didn't hear anything for...
He was completely silent
completely
on the phone.
silent.
And when he did start speaking again, what did he say to you?
Really nothing concrete, you know. He was yes, no, what, and so on.
He was completely shocked.
He was completely shocked, but in this week we met and started to make a deal.
I think the whole world is in love with Max, and you know, his talent is overwhelming to watch. Then again, there's always room for improvement. I'm sure you'll be able to see that for everyone. And it seems that Max has this explosive part in his character. Is that a good thing for him to harness, or is that also a risk for him in what he does?
I think with more experience, he will be now in his third season. This risk will go in an advantage because other people know when Max is coming, be careful. He will overtake you, so don't do anything stupid. And the risk will be less of a risk. You know, he had some hairy moments last
That got a lot of people very angry.
Yeah, you know, it's always, if a youngster is coming in, you overtake him, people get angry. They think it's something stupid, but it was, he had only one crash, that was in Monte Carlo.
Only one?
No, in Monte Carlo he had 3, so he did everything at one race. But the rest, he was...
Yeah, he's in control.
He's in control. And so with another year of experience and a good car, I think both of our drivers can fight for the title.
To go back in your own personal history, because you used to be a driver, you won the 24 Hours of Le Mans in 1971, together with the Dutch driver Gijs van Lennep, and we found this great footage from that time. So let's have a look.
Baan vrij voor de 49 wagens die deelnamen aan de klassieker in de sportwagenracerij, de 24-uursrace van Le Mans. Een strijd vooral tussen Porsche en Ferrari. Porsche had in de Nederlander Gijs van Lennep en de Oostenrijkse jurist Helmut Marko een uitstekend team.
This was your best race, and then after this happened, tragedy struck in your life. What happened to you?
I got a new BRM chassis in Clermont-Ferrand, and I didn't fit very well. I was about 10 centimeters higher than normal, but the chassis, the car was quicker. So, you know, safety. In that days, you thought if something happens to you, it's bad luck. But nowadays, I know it was just the opposite. It was really great luck if you hadn't been hurt. And so I was 10 centimeters higher, and I was following Ronnie Peterson. I remember he came a little bit off the road, and a stone was thrown. I saw something coming. And
You saw it coming at you through the windshield.
not the windshield. I had a helmet with a visor, you know, and
Of
it was
course.
coming, and I was up downhill, so about 280 or something like that. And I tried to avoid it, but it hit me, and it went through the visor in my eye. So at that moment, it's quite painful. But I knew we had 250 kilos of sprit. I was fifth or sixth, so 20 cars behind me. So I knew I have something to do to survive myself and also the other guys behind me. If I don't control the car, it would be an enormous accident. So I don't know how I did it, but I opened the eye and lifted the arm and stopped the car on the side. And then I got unconscious. But till then, it's...
You
but
saved your own life and basically everyone who was behind you.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it would have been a massive crash.
Massive shunt,
Yeah.
yes.
And after that, you passed out, and then they took you to a hospital, and you woke up eventually, I think, after they operated you, I assume.
It was in France on a Sunday, so we went to two wrong hospitals. In the third one, when we arrived, the doctor was at a grill party.
Oh.
So
To be honest, in those days, racing was quite dangerous, and the racers were still playboys. Now it's all about commercial, well, whatever. It's about money. And
Jort is a romantic.
yeah, I loved a gentleman driver. Who
no,
plays
it was
well.
completely different, you know. The risk was much higher, and every year 2, 3, 4 people were killed or were injured that they couldn't race anymore. So, yeah, and safety, there was no safety.
No.
You know.
But this changed, of course, the path of your life in the sense that you couldn't race after this anymore because you lost your eye because of this
Yeah.
accident. And you decided, in the end, to become someone who's now chosen to put Max in the Formula One. So I guess, in a kind of perverted way, this accident gave us Max.
Yes, you can put it.
Can we put it that way? I'm looking for the
Yes.
positive. What can we expect from Max this coming season?
As I said, we are sure we will have a very good chassis. Renault promised us more horsepower than last year for the start of the season, and around Barcelona another upgrade. So we should be horsepower-wise nearer to Mercedes. Our drivers bearing, don't forget Ricciardo, his teammate. He's also very competitive, very strong driver. And as a pairing, or as a pair of real competitive drivers, we believe we can fight for the championship.
We're very excited about that.
That's a promise, huh?
That's a promise for you. Thank you so much for coming over to join us. Thank you. Good luck with everything. Ik dank al mijn gasten, dank jullie wel. Ik dank u thuis ook voor het kijken. Morgen is vicevoorzitter van de Europese Commissie, Frans Timmermans, hier te gast. Heel graag tot morgen. Marta, dank je wel.
Heel goed, heel fijn.
Wil je een
een uitzending van Pauw en Jinek de verkiezingen bijwonen, live vanuit Café Americain in Amsterdam? Ga dan naar evajinek.nl en meld je aan.